Hi everyone. Hi Divyanshi. Hi Suprava.
Hey,
Hey. Suprava just left. So today I'm AcquisitionX, and we will have a great session about how to build an AI agent and run multi-channel lead gen campaign on La Grosse Machine. So I'm super excited to be the host of this great webinar with Divyanshi Sharma and Suprava Sabet, and also Manthan Patel, who will join us. So yes, AcquisitionX is a great agency. So I'm super proud to have you guys as expert for this session. For the one who doesn't know me, I'm Eloise. I work at La Grosse Machine, which is a sales automation tool, prospecting tool, and it's a multi-channel prospecting tool. And yes, I do this kind of webinar every week, and we do have a community, which is the playground. I will just drop it in the chat, and you can see all the webinars, replays, recordings, and also all resources, Notion, etc. in the community platform. So you can also just have a look. It's free. And I let you introduce yourself, Suprava and Divyanshi.
thank you very much, Eloise, for giving us this opportunity. I'm pretty sure that we are gonna make sure everyone here who has joined us today will get most out of their time, right? So I just wanna before introducing or anything, I just wanna give like a thumbs up to everyone who has joined us today, because I know it's very difficult to get time out of your schedule and to be here, right? So guys, give yourself a thumbs up. And yeah, I think the chat option is here. Yeah, just give yourself a thumbs up. And yeah, would love to have you walk you through the entire thing. So we'll just wait for a couple of minutes for Manthan to join, and then we can just get started. So Divyanshi here, she is my co-founder, and Manthan is our go-to-market partner. So we'll be showing you all together on how exactly we are doing it. And yeah, that's pretty much very, very excited. And yeah, let's get started. So yeah, without wasting much time, let's just get started. I'll quickly show you around. Let me just share my screen. Okay, so everyone just give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Just
Yes.
give me a thumbs up. Okay, perfect, perfect. All right, guys, so today you will basically learn how you can build AIs and how you can create viral lead magnets like how Divyanshi did. I think a lot of you came from our post, so you must have seen the sequence that we followed. So today you will learn how you create a viral lead magnet over LinkedIn, how you set up a multi-channel lead gen funnel using LGM, how you can use an AI agent that finds you leads, right? And if you stay till the end, we will offer you one done for you, absolutely for free AI agent, our best performing email framework, then a multi-channel outreach playbook. Okay, all done for you so that you can have access, you can look at it. And this is, by the way, only for people who stay with us till the end, right? So give a thumbs up, guys, if till here everyone is clear. Then we'll just get started. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So now, the reason why we are having this webinar, let me just, walk you through that. Because right now we are seeing like a massive shift when it comes to AI agents, right? To give you a live example, here Manthan with us, he started LinkedIn content, I think this year, end of January. Okay, he started. I think he had about 700 or 800 followers on LinkedIn, and right now I think he's at 70,000 followers. Okay, all people who are actually from the target audience that we are targeting. Okay, and the reason is not just because of the good content. I mean, of course the content is great, but the reason is because there's a huge demand, right? There's a huge surge right now when it comes to AI agents. When it because what, like, I'll tell you like what exactly got this thing, right? So when it comes to the AI agents, a lot of people were earlier getting confused with 10 plus tool stack. We've been there, right? We are a lead generation agency. We used to use like 20, 30 software just like that. And the worst part was, we didn't even know if this software will work. Then we used to take the paid plan, waste so much money, waste so much of our time. We just, like we used to do like 1 month testing just to use the software, just to see if the software is even aligned with us or not, right? So these are like few common issues that we thought we'll just automate. That's when Manthan joined us, and he built us like very crazy amount of AI agents. And we right now also have Ridhiman, who is working on us with these projects. Now, if you see, companies are moving towards in-house AI agents rather than having like a crazy tool stack, right? Now, if you think about tools like Clay, Zoom Info, Apollo, like these are like very, apart from Apollo, Clay and Zoom Info, like very costly softwares, right? And I feel the target audience that actually use Clay does not even know how to operate Clay, right? I mean, I love Clay. Okay, we ourselves use it, but the thing is, it's just that it becomes a little difficult when it comes to the operation. Then small teams cannot use Clave. So yeah, these are like few things that you can just use any team to automate the entire workflow. Now just think about it: one person managing three AI agents versus one person managing a team of three SDRs. Just think from your POV, right? So which is more tough, right? Like managing three SDRs is of course more and more tough, right? So yeah, this is how exactly it's gonna be. Today we will show you first. Divyanshi here, she will explain you how the lead magnet funnel works. Then I'll explain you the multi-channel growth system. Then Manthan here, he'll show you live on how exactly the AI agent is going to help you and how you can use LGM to launch it. Right. So now I'm going to pass over my mic to Divyanshi, and Divyanshi can take over from here. Please go on, Divyanshi. I'm going to stop my screen. Yeah.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Perfect, guys. So, today we are going to talk about this particular strategy, lead magnet strategy. Now, talking about it, this is something that has not only worked with Supravas and my profile alone. This has worked with our team members' profile. This has worked with our GTM head profiles, Manthan's profile. Now we have implemented the same strategy on our client's profile, and it has worked like anything. They have gotten the same likes, comments, engagement, and same amount of inbound flow. Now there is no rocket science behind it. There's simple things that worked for them and that is working for us, and I'm going to show you out. Now, talking about lead magnet, most of us have this particular assumption that if you are going to just start today, post a lead magnet, and it will immediately get viral, you will immediately get lots of comments, lots of leads, and you are sorted for Q3. But that is not the case at all. So when it comes to posting lead magnets, you need to start with the foundation, and the foundation being having a solid LinkedIn profile. And I will be walking you through how you can build a basic LinkedIn profile that will give you good results. Now let's talk about the basic. Now talking about the basic, let's go with your profile. It needs to look like a landing page. Now, when you look at a landing page, if you go to the landing page of a particular agency which has a good landing page, you feel like booking the call. If you go to a good landing page of a course, you feel like buying that course. So that's how your LinkedIn profile need to look. Now let's talk about a banner. Now people have this huge mindset block that if we are going to build our LinkedIn profile, we need to have a good graphic and all that stuff. We need to hire a graphic designer. That's not the case. If you guys have a look at our LinkedIn profile, we have used a basic Canva graphic and we are good to go. You just need to go to Canva, have a basic template, just put in your offer and you're good to go. Now talking about decent profile. Now this is also a mindset block. I also used to have that. I need to have a good professional picture. So nowadays we have AI, and there's this AI application called Remini. You can use that to generate a free AI picture for you. And you can also use ChatGPT itself. if you go to my profile, I have a LinkedIn profile, AI profile picture itself. So that's also not a big deal. It will hardly take you 30 minutes. Now, no non-salesy header. Now, earlier, what used to happen, these type of headers used to do a good a lot. Like people used to have their offer in it, or a big achievement, like they have got $30 million sales, or they have Forbes 30 under 30 listed. That's not how it should be. Like, imagine if you are sending a connection request to your lead and you have an offer and everything over there, that lead is going to think this person is going to pitch to me. That's how not it will work. So you just need to put out like CEO, founder, @ mention your company. Now, about us filled with keywords. Now, LinkedIn also has this thing called SEO in itself. Now, you must think, Google and all those have SEO. LinkedIn also have their SEO. So imagine if your lead is, searching for you, you want your profile to pop up in the front. So for that, what you can do, you can just fill in the keywords by which your lead is searching you in your about section, in your head, in the graphic. You can just name it that way. That's the basic of a good profile picture, and just these 5 things and you're good to go. Now, content calendar. Like I said, don't get directly started with lead magnets. Start posting value. Start posting case studies. You can post carousels, infographic, memes. Now, you might have this thing also that most of you must have started posting on LinkedIn. You might not getting any kind of engagement. Now, why is that? Now, that's not the thing with LinkedIn itself. If you go to any XYZ platform, Instagram, Twitter, if you are a new creator, how you're going to get engagement on your post? That's the basic thing called reciprocity. If you're starting how, start engaging with other creators. Now, I will tell you a basic thing that I did in the beginning that helped me get a good engagement. Create a list of not 100. I feel 100 would be too much for you. Get started with just 20 micro creators who are of similar niche as yours. Create a list of them and start engaging with their profile. Connect with them on DM if you're going to DM them. So there's this thing on LinkedIn. So if you're interacting with the person on DM, chances are they will, whenever you are going to post, your post will show up, in front of their screen. The same way it will happen with any lead. If you're interacting with any particular lead in your DM, chances are whenever they're going to open LinkedIn, your post will show up first. So that's how you can do. Also, you can do one thing else. Just have 5 to 10 creators who are similar niche as yours, and make sure they are of your target country. Like if you're from India, maybe your target country is USA. If you're from Dubai, maybe your target country is UK or anything like that. Make sure they are of your target country. Make a group of them and start engaging with each other. Make sure you are posting on same time, because LinkedIn has this thing, the engagement that you get in the first hour decides the kind of engagement you will get on that post in the upcoming weeks and stuff. So this is how you can get started with posting on LinkedIn and getting good engagement. Now, talking about quick impressions, you can start posting on LinkedIn groups. Now, you must be thinking that if you post on LinkedIn groups, you don't get good likes and comments. But we are talking about impressions, because LinkedIn groups have lots of members, so you get quick impressions. Now, you can start posting Loom videos. You must have noticed LinkedIn has started promoting video content like anything, because it's competing with other video platforms. So start posting videos, and you must have observed the posts that have personal stories to it. They perform pretty well. So you can start posting those stories, add your pictures, and you're good to go. So that's how you can build a solid LinkedIn profile, that if you are going to post lead magnet, then only you will get results, because you will have a good profile. Now, talking about lead magnets. Now, first you need to understand the algorithm, the science behind it, that why compared to other value posts, lead magnet posts perform pretty well. So see this thing. When it comes to LinkedIn posts, there are 3 elements to it. One being like, one being comment, one being repost. Now, if someone is going to like your post, take it as you get 1 point. If someone is going to comment on your post, you get 2 points. If someone is going to repost your post, you get 3 points. So that's why when people put out a lead magnet and they say, comment this XYZ word, that's why the algorithm keeps on feeding it with other profiles, and it performs pretty well. Now, talking about you must see there are lots of people put out lot of lead magnets, but only there are few lead magnets that perform pretty well, that get huge engagement. Why? Because all of them, you must see all the lead magnets follow this framework. First being the hook. So I will give you the example of a post that did pretty well for me. You can see it got like 1,000 likes, 1,000 comments, and this was the framework. First, have a solid hook. Now, in when it comes to hook, you don't have to put in lots of effort, think a lot about it. Just go to any other viral lead magnet post and steal it from that. I did the same thing. Now add a social proof to it. Now a hook without a social proof doesn't have any value to it. Like you can see in this, I mentioned we have been booking 100 qualified meetings every single month consistently using this system. So it gave a social proof to it. Add stacker value. So I created a super detailed playbook showing the exact process with real example tools. So see, I'm not sharing one thing over there. It's stacking value. I'm sharing the process, I'm sharing the real examples, tools. It's creating a lot of value to it. Now added a CTA, but you can also add an urgency. You must have seen those posts which say only free for 24 hours, 42 hours. So it creates a kind of urgency and people feel compelled that if I'm going to see this post, let me just comment it right now only. Now a graphic also plays a major role to it, because whenever humans are basically visual people, so if a image is going to be lucrative or good, we will of course get attracted to it. So in this you can see I added a proof of my calendar. So a social proof with an image, of course it will perform well. So this, because I am running a lead gen agency, calendar was good for me. If you are running a Facebook advertisement agency, you can add the stats of but sorry, just give me a minute guys, let me have a water break. Till then, any question guys?
Your mic is on mute, Lucy.
Sorry. Yes, there is one question. If we are beginner and we don't have any social proof to add, what will be other things that can bring some proofs and trust?
So you can skip the proof part. What you can do instead of it, add lots of value. Like in this option, I showed a stack value option. Like I'm showing the tools, the strategy is there. So I've added 3 elements to it. What you can do, you can add pointers. You can add 5 to 3 things into it. Like I'm sharing the strategy, the tools, the examples, I'm sharing the swipe files. That's what you can do. And this was basically about framework. If you are a beginner, I would say go with swipe files. Post out the lead magnets or swipe files, that will perform pretty well. Share my screen.
Someone is saying that he mentioned something about his birthday, how my birthday with family was. Let's not. So, like, if you're trying to get, good leads, I wouldn't say that this is the, best way to do it. I mean, it's great to build some personal brand, but I wouldn't say that.
No. So, guys, one thing I was talking about personal stories over here. Please, if you will destroy your brand, if you start posting vague things, vague stories, all those emotional stories I got from here to there, just make sure the stories you are posting are founder related. All those founders can relate. So don't put out those emotional or birthday kind of things. I did that thing. I used to get the engagement like anything, likes and comments like anything, but the leads weren't that good. So make sure it's related to your business.
Great.
Exactly. So we can take, all the questions in the end, right? Otherwise, we may lose track.
Let me just share my screen.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yes, and during the live also, Suprava, if you see a question that we can answer textual, it's possible.
Yeah.
Perfect. So where were we? So we did the framework. We discussed the framework. All the viral lead magnet posts have the same framework. Like you can go to any XYZ lead magnet that's performing well. It will have the same framework. Now, how you can, just shorten this whole process. So what you got to do, how you can find, high performing templates, create a list of 10 to 20 creators who are doing pretty well in your niche. Okay, then you will go to this extension, like I have installed it over here. There's this extension called Clio. It's free. So go to these creators profile, use Clio and filter out their post by comments, and you will get the viral lead magnets. Now what you got to do, feed these viral lead magnet posts to your chat GPT. It doesn't matter it's a paid chat GPT or free chat GPT. and ask it to templatize these posts, and it will give you the templates of all those viral lead magnet posts, and you will be good to go. You just need to put in your words and your posts are ready. Now people must be, they must have all this question that when we compare the lead magnet post with other posts are easier to make. You just need to put out your content, you just need to put out your image, and you are good to go. But in lead magnet post, you need to create the copy, the image, at the same time you need to create the resource. But you don't need to do it all. You can repurpose your internal SOPs. There must be some SOPs you're assigning to your team or your VA. You can just repurpose them. Ask your team members to create swipe file. Like if you're running a personal branding agency, you can ask them to create a swipe file of all the top LinkedIn posts. And that's how you can do. If you're running an advertisement agency, you can create a swipe file of all the top performing Facebook ads. And you can ask your team members to create a how to guide also. And then you can also record yourself through a step-by-step procedure, because you must have emailed your clients and you must have recorded Loom videos for that. You can repurpose those also. Now you can also create an Excel calculator. For that also, simply just use ChatGPT. Now here again are some example, like I mentioned, swipe file, Excel calculator. Now databases also perform pretty well, especially if you are running a lead gen agency. You must have seen those posts like, I just create 20,000 leads from Apollo, you can get it from free. Those perform pretty well. Private recordings, like I said, if there must be a Loom that you send to a particular lead, you can repurpose them. Then a how-to guide, like step-by-step guide running a 100K webinar, something like that. So that was all about creating a LinkedIn profile, lead magnet, and how you can do it. Now I will pass on to Suprava. She will show you how you can run a cold campaign.
Thank you, Divyanshi. Super rich and valuable. Can you write in the chat the tool you mentioned for profile picture?
Yeah, it's clear.
No, different one.
For the profile picture one.
Profile picture. I'm mentioning this one. This is called Remini. Like if you go to my LinkedIn profile, I've used this particular app.
By the way, please use, guys, good pictures. I tried doing mine; it came really bad. So make sure to have some good pictures when you do it. Like
but I think you can use ChatGPT nowadays. Earlier, ChatGPT didn't have this image generation feature to it.
Yeah,
that's why I use Remini. You can use ChatGPT. It's producing those Gilpa images, so it can produce these images.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Divyanshi. That was great. Now I'm going to take over. I'm going to show you like a quick funnel on how you can launch the multi-channel campaign. Just a minute. Let me share my screen. Okay, so guys, is my screen visible? Just give me like a thumbs up if it is. And you guys, please check on the chat if the people are giving thumbs up or not. Okay, perfect. All right. So, guys, here are like few things that we can do when it comes to multi-channel. Like, I think you must know like what exactly multi-channel means, right? So I'm not gonna go in the core concept. I'm just gonna explain you how you launch it, right? Now, when it comes to the LinkedIn outreach part, right? Now, when it comes to the LinkedIn outreach, you need to focus more on intent signals, because I know a lot of you here would just go directly to Sales Navigator. You will, scrape off the list, or maybe just start, reaching out to people directly, whoever you're getting, right? Now, I'm not saying like this will not work. Of course, that will work. But at the same time, you need to understand that a lot of people, like your competitor, especially, they're also doing this, right? Now, what makes you to stand out? So you need to understand all these things, and that's where intent signals comes in, right? So I'm just gonna zoom in so that you can see my screen pretty easily. Right now, when it comes to the intent signal, here are a few things that actually shows you that they are interested to buy your product, because if they're not interested, they're not going to buy, right? So when it comes to LinkedIn engagement, then your competitors followers, then if they have viewed your profile, if someone is doing a giveaway, or if you're doing a giveaway, if some they're coming and commenting on it, then if they're replying to your giveaway, any kind of, especially one thing that I've noticed is scraping competitors' followers and running and check targeting people who are running LinkedIn ads. These are like two things that have worked really, really great for us, right? Now, how do you exactly do that? Scraping competitors' followers, you can just directly use LGM and it'll give you the data. Now, Manthan will show you how exactly that can be possible. Now, when it comes to the LinkedIn ad, if you just search right now LinkedIn ads library, you will get it. Okay, and then there you can see, especially it's really great if you're running like a content agency or ads agency. You can just see like what kind of ads people are running, and you can just retarget them with your approach. So this is like a very personalized, very high value way that actually works, right? Now, when it comes to the intent signals, new inbound follow or viewed your profile, commented, these are like medium intent. The high intent that I'm going to talk about is when they reply to your giveaway, when they're replying to any kind of message, when they're attending similar events to your niche, or if they're clicking on ads or running ads. So these are like very, very super high intent that have worked for us in the past, right? Now let me show you. Yeah, so the second thing that you can do is the email marketing. Now, when it comes to email marketing, three segments are there: cold email, warm email, and newsletter, right? Now, I'm pretty sure you must have heard about cold email, you must have heard about warm email, newsletter also. And I'm going to break some myths also today. So yeah, stay tuned. Now, when it comes to the cold email, same things we are going to do. Job post, again, it works really, really great. You can just, go through LinkedIn. You can see what kind of companies are looking for your service. What we do is we go for people who have changed their job in the last 3 months, or, people, if someone is constantly putting up posters of hiring. So we just target them, right? Then what you can do is you can, instead of asking them to get on a call, you can invite them for like a private webinar. Okay, like how we are doing right now, but this is not a private webinar, this is like a public webinar, right? So in the private webinar, it will be like more, I would say 4 or 9 people max, and you'll be able to see better results. So that's how it works when it comes to the private webinar, because the same kind of questions you will get, I'm pretty sure when it comes to sales call, you'll get the same kind of questions, same kind of answers you'll have to reply, and it's pretty boring, right? But when it comes to a webinar, people are actively watching, people are seeing what you're doing, and then they are coming to you, right? So that's exactly how this works. Another thing that you can offer them is some sort of feature, some sort of blog, social media feature, anything, right? You just see whatever suits your niche, and you can just do based on that. Now, another thing that works again really, really great for us is warm email funnel. Now, when it comes to warm emailing, is it's basically a funnel where you reach out to people who are already they already know you, or they're already interested about your service, right? So the best way that you can do that is using LinkedIn lead magnets and newsletter subscribers. Now, when it comes to newsletters, like there's a great way. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys here must be thinking newsletters are something that creators do because they have an audience. We don't want that. That's not true. Okay, that's not really the truth. I'm going to show you, like I recently got this one email which I felt is amazing. Okay, we have not done exactly this thing, but we have done something similar in the past. Now, if you see here, I subscribed to this person's newsletter, saw you in my newsletter, so I thought I'd reach out directly. Are you currently relying on cold emailing to get business analyst and project managers leads for your lead generation agency? So if you see, this is a very high intent, high value email, right? And a lot of people, even if you, some of you here have a newsletter, I'm pretty sure you must, you won't be doing this, right? So this is exactly how it works. You need to first figure out if they have they have some sort of interest, and then you just reach out to them. So this is again a great way to do this. Now, coming back to the newsletter funnel, how you can get, first is of course LinkedIn lead magnets, then second is Reddit. Like recently, I'll show you, if you guys want, I'll show you. In Reddit, we did like a new campaign, like we also launched a community and stuff like that. From that, we got somewhere around 20 leads for our agency just from Reddit, and I'm not talking about weird people, or I'm pretty sure a lot of you will think when it comes to Reddit, it's just a incel community, a lot of people are just there for no reason, but that's not really the truth. Okay, so Reddit forums, you can just start posting and you will get good amount of leads, but make sure whatever you're posting, it should be high value. Okay, should not look as a spam or you're trying to get a this, right? So yeah, these are few things. Then there are like other community forums. If you see, Facebook has a lot of communities, LinkedIn as well. So yeah, these are like few things when it comes to the newsletter part. Right now, let me show you. Yeah. So now when it comes to the newsletter multi-channel thing, you can also do like a LinkedIn approach. So I just showed you what kind of email copy that you can use for email, but here's something that you can also use for LinkedIn. Like, hi Suprabha, I recently got this one email, one DM. Hi Suprabha, noticed that you subscribe to our newsletter. You've been putting out some awesome content this year, by the way. Okay, so just a normal compliment. If you see here, this is not even a pitch. This is just a compliment. As I said, thank you, you're welcome. And then he mentioned, like, curious to know what your sales focus is at the moment. I'd be glad to share a resource. Again, if you see here, he's not pitching anything, right? Because most of the times when you pitch to people, you will fail there. Okay. And most of the times people think that they're bad at sales. That's not really the truth. Your sales funnel is bad, right? So stop pitching, start adding value. People will come to you. Okay, people will come to you if you start adding value. And doesn't mean that if you're reaching out to them, you're being very pushy. So that doesn't mean. Now, hold on. Now coming to how exactly you can. Wait, just a minute. I just launched. Sorry, I just missed one thing. Yeah. Now, when it comes to the newsletter, what exactly the newsletter could look like, I'll just give you one example, guys. So try to make it as graphical as possible. Okay. Like we have seen, so we don't have like a lot of subscribers right now, but whatever we have, we try to, we have gotten about, I guess, 5 or 10 leads whenever we post, something like this. So if you see here, these are like very high, like we have added it, added so many graphics here, right? So if possible, you can do that. If you can't create graphics like this, then you can just add screenshots, like a explainer kind of thing. Okay, so that will also work. Now moving to the next part. Okay, now how exactly you can do all these, like everything that I just mentioned, apart from the newsletter part, using LGM. Okay, so here are a few things that you can do using LGM. Is first LinkedIn. So LGM, you don't, I'm pretty sure you must be thinking, visiting their profile, then following, liking, commenting, engaging with their content. It's very manual work, right? But with LGM, you don't have to worry. You just have to set up the campaign. Once the campaign is live, everything else will be handled by LGM, right? They will also handle the email. They will also handle, what do you call it? Email rotation, then the calls, the voice, video, even personalized video you can do using LGM, and you can use SendSpark or Weasley's API to do that. And by the way, guys, when it comes to LinkedIn, something we have noticed right now is voice notes are working really, really great. So if you're someone who is constantly relying on just text based DMs, I will suggest please try voice notes once. Okay. And in case if you have an accent, let's take for example, you don't speak English, if you're from France, or anywhere where the accent is a problem, you can always use an AI to create an accent. So there's a new AI tool called, I just forgot the name. I'll drop it on the chat for you guys. So you can just use that and you can create an accent, and then you can just use LGM to launch the campaign. So you don't even have to worry about that. But again, I will suggest just keep your accent. That's fine. Like you should own yourself. You should not change the accent or whatever you have. Now it will do all these things: post, profile visit, follow, post, like, message. Then it will also wait for you. Like LGM, you don't even have to wait or then launch the campaign. You can just attach a time limit and LGM will wait for you, and then it will do the campaign, right? So LinkedIn again does not track like this is spam, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you must be thinking, what if our account get banned? Because since we have all these like set delays, or it could be hours, it could be days, LinkedIn won't be able to track that you are spamming, or you're sending a lot of DMs. So yeah, this is again one thing. But at the same time, guys, please make sure to keep the DMs as less as possible. I would suggest like 10 to 12 DMs max. Okay, even if your account is safe, still I would suggest just 10 to 12 DMs a day. That's it. Don't go more than that. You can add more profiles, that's fine, but don't add more DMs. That's just crazy. So yeah, this is exactly like a follow-up sequence, like an example on how it's going to look like. It's all automated, by the way, guys. You just have to launch, set up the campaign once, and that's it, right? So yeah, like these are like few things that you can do. Like it could be a podcast invite, it could be, these are like few things that we do. So we have mentioned this. It could be a, anything like a trigger warning, it could be anything, right? So yeah, these are like few things that you can do using LGM. Not just few things, I think this is like a lot of things which you would, I feel, need a lot of tools to do it, right? So yeah, this is pretty much how, when it comes to the LGM, like what all are there. Now I'm going to pass my mic to Manthan, and he's going to show you how exactly you can build the agent and how you can launch the campaign. So yeah, Manthan, please go ahead.
And a lot of people asked if they can try La Growth Machine. Yes, and I will just bring you in the chat a little link because for this webinar, we double your trial period. So you can test 1 month for free instead of 14 days. I will give you the link.
Yeah, so make sure to check out the link in the comment
Yeah,
section. You
just
will
check, guys, right, your left bottom.
Yeah, you will get 1 month of free LGM trial, and trust me, it's the best thing that you can ever do for your
Yeah.
lead generation outreach.
And anyone here, if you guys are like a lead generation agency, you should, close your eyes and go through LGM, because like we've been using for our clients as well, and it's one of the best thing that can happen, right? So just, close your eyes and go ahead with this. I saw a lot of questions earlier, people asking like, what's the difference between LGM and PROS? What's the difference between LGM and HeyReach? The difference is LGM can do multi-channel campaign. Okay, pros at the same time, they can, I think, only do voice notes, which again, I'm not saying it's not great, it's great, but at the same time you need a software that can, where you can handle everything, because it's, again, like I said, it's very tough to handle so many software, so many stacks, so many, crazy amount. And if LinkedIn sees like you're using like multiple software, your account again might get banned. So it's best if you use just one software and launch the multi-channel, because multi-channel is the way, right? So yeah, please go on, Manthan.
Awesome. So, am I audible perfectly and the screen is visible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this is the end-to-end workflow that we are going to integrate inside our LGM or La Growth machine, so that all the leads that you are scraping of Google Maps, of Google custom searches will be automatically added to your LGM campaigns without you having to lift a finger. But before doing that, let me just walk over how LGM and why you should use LGM or La Growth machine. The first reason is you can import leads from anywhere. For example, simply just by using LinkedIn basic search, or if you have Sales Navigator, you can also import all of those leads from LinkedIn Sales Navigator. But talking about our lead magnet post, right? So this is an example of Divyanshi's lead magnet post, and there is no way that she's able to do it like 3,500 comments and reply back to them with the promise that she offered or she promised. So how we are going to use LGM here? Just simply copy the URL of this post and then import people who commented on a post. So all you need to do is just paste the LinkedIn post of the Divyanshi, and all the leads who commented on this post will be automatically added in your campaign, where you can start giving out your lead magnet and then start creating the follow-up channel so that you nurture the leads again and again, and it's time, and then after it's time to pitch your offer. But that's not limited to it. You can also scrape people who has liked a post, who are following your company page, or who has registered an event on LinkedIn. So that's how you can import leads. Now talking about enrichment, first we have is list building or adding the leads. Now we want to enrich those leads by using LGM. It has a waterfall enrichment of more than 10 plus email data providers. No credits, no charge. You can find professional or business emails for free. So that's the beauty of LGM. So make sure to check them out. Now let's talk about this end-to-end workflow. So what we are doing here is we are scraping data for free from Google Maps and Google custom searches. So you don't have to pay a single thing, right? It's basically for free. And if you self-host an account And if you don't know what is Anytime, Anytime is a low-code, no-code tool where you can build AI automations and AI agents without you having to write a single line of code. So that's the beauty of Anytime, and it is the hottest thing under the sun right now. So it is just to show you the glimpse of what you can achieve inside Anytime and how you can integrate your leads by using LGM all inside Anytime. So you don't have to even, like, let's say, create audience, add these leads manually into your LGM account. Everything will be done on its own. So first of all, we are going off Google Maps or Google custom search, and we want to scrape out, for example, let's say, software engineers or software companies in San Francisco Bay Area, or in, let's say, dental dental clinics in London. Whatever location plus whatever target audience that you are going after, that's the only two things that you have mentioned. But then after that, everything will be done on its own. Now the beautiful part is you can also add AI agents into your Anytime automation and workflow. For example, this is our reg qualifying agent, where we have added all of our criteria. For example, we only work with those companies who are in B2B, who has more than 50 plus number of employees. So it will automatically qualify those prospects that we will scrape out from Google Map for free. And in our Supabase and in our Postgres chat memory, we are also adding our best performing email templates, our best performing LinkedIn messages. So it will automatically write the hyper personalized outreach message that we are going to use in order to automate this entire sequence. So we are going to use our copies. So that's the beauty of it. But I know explaining about reg will get a little complex, so let's leave it as it is right now. First of all, even this basic workflow will just work fine for you. Awesome. So instead of me just explaining it, I just want to show you a demo. So this is our Google Sheet. See, we are also storing data in our CRM. For example, if you're using HubSpot, Airtable, but as most of you guys will be like familiar with Google Sheet, that's why I'm using Google Sheet. But feel free to use ClickUp, HubSpot, whatever you are using. And all of these leads that we will scrape out, the qualified leads and the personalized outreach message that we will create by using OpenAI, all of those will be added inside our LGM campaigns. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. But first of all, let me test this workflow. In this example, I'm reaching out to software engineers or software companies in San Francisco Bay Area. So it will go to Google, it will find out the decision maker's LinkedIn profile working at that company for free. So imagine, guys, like, you don't have to pay a single penny in order to get these leads. Next, it will automatically find out their company name and like what the company is all about. So it will go to the company LinkedIn URL and scrape data off that. As you can see, it is running, and it will go to their website. We are saying, hey, just go to the website, scrap all the HTML code. You can see you don't have to pay a single penny here in order to scrape this data, and we are converting all of this information into Markdown. And then we will say, hey, we will say to our AI agent, hey, qualify this prospect, you have all of this information. For example, the name of the prospect, sorry, the name of the company, their description, where they are based from, their industry and their specialty. And inside this system message, we will say we are outreach company or we are lead generation agency. It is pretty doable. Like, all you need to do is change your ICP criteria as per your prospects and as per the target audience that you are reaching out. That's pretty much it. And what it will do is it will grade or it will qualify those prospects that we will find from Google search in high, medium, low, as well as it will give out a lead grade on a scale of 0 to 10. And if the lead has more than 5% 5-point grade, it will automatically qualify them to our outbound campaign inside LinkedIn, inside LGM. So yeah, that's what we are doing. But in order to find out about their company and company LinkedIn profile, we are using Proxical. It is the cheapest solution available out there, and it is one of the best. So if we open the response, so all we had was just the LinkedIn profile of that prospect, right? For example, Adrian Lin, and they work at this specific company. So it will scrape out literally everything that is available for that company. And then what we want to do is we also want to go to their company's LinkedIn profile and we want to scrape data from that. For example, the company size. Why we are doing that? Because we can get the website, we can get the industry, their company size, their headquarters, where they're based from, their founded year, literally any post that they recently made. So why we need to consider all of these data points? Because we can use all of these data points to create a hyper personalized email copy so that we can reach out to them, that we are not just spamming cold emails. we are not just creating one size fit for all email copy or outbound copy. We are trying to make sure that we create unique or relevant copies to each individual, so that our every single copy that we are sending out will be different, and we won't hurt our email durability and email longevity. Same goes for the LinkedIn account. So yeah, it will create a hyper personalized message based on the company's profile. Now in this personalized message, as you can see, I am saying, hey, keep it very authentic, sound natural, and be very conversational. So again, the basic goal of any sales copy is, first of all, an icebreaker, or first of all, let's say subject line, where we will also add personalization or variable, for example, hey, first name, any thoughts on this? Then an icebreaker. This icebreaker will be automatically generated by the OpenAI personalized outreach message that we are using right now. And then we are just simply saying, after that, pitch our offer that we are lead generation agency. Again, I'm just showing you as an example. I'm not saying this is the best email copy. You can come up with way better email copy. But I just want, my goal of this webinar is to make the complexity as low as possible, so that you guys can get on board inside Anytime and start creating these custom workflows and automatically add these leads and run campaigns inside LGM. Again, so once we are done with the icebreaker that is created by this OpenAI chat module, we will pitch our offer, and lastly, a low friction CTA. Again, you can use high friction CTA, but I think they don't work the best right now. And lastly, your signature. So it will automatically generate these email copies for every single leads based on their relevancy. For example, this company is love how you are using AI to automate compliance and save customer service time. All right, so we are feeding in all of the data. So this data, the first data is their website content that we scrape out for free. You don't have to pay for that. Then the name of the company, the description, country, everything. So we are feeding this data and we are saying, hey, ChatGPT, create me a hyper personalized copy that I can use in order to reach out to this prospect. So first of all, what it will do is, since we are telling, create a very short, natural sounding compliment or congratulation. So the first line icebreaker will be a compliment to their company or any congratulation. So now you are using AI to automate compliance and save customer serious stuff. And then it will pitch your offer. Then it will add your CTA or call to action. I already have 3 campaign ideas ready to share. Let me know and I will share the room. And lastly, your signature. To again, you can come up with a way better copy. My goal here is to just show you that it's possible to create any custom workflows that you want to create inside Anytime and automatically add these leads to LGM or La Growth Machine. Now, once we have that, we want to add those leads into our CRM. In this example, I'm using Google Sheet, but feel free to use other. So as you can see, just by scraping off Google, we are able to find out literally all of these data points that we can use inside our LGM campaign. For example, we will get the LinkedIn URL, we will get the title, the first name, last name, number of employees working at that company, the where they are working, and their company domain, the company LinkedIn URL. Same goes for the company description. Literally, you can add as many data points as you like. I'm just keeping limited to only updates and follower count. After that, the hyper personalized email copy or outreach message that we create, we will add it right over here. And don't worry guys, you can add all of these custom attributes inside LGM campaigns. I will show you how you can do that. And we will also be notified that is this lead added to LGM or La Growth Machine or not. So if it is yes, it is already being added inside my audience. So as you can see, we have added these 2 leads that we just scrape out inside my LGM campaign. And in order to create campaign, just go to campaigns. And LGM has so many beautiful templates that you can use straight away, so that you don't have to start from scratch. And to be honest, like I have never created any custom workflows, or I haven't built any campaign from scratch, because yeah, you can find literally everything that you need inside the templates only. So select any templates. I'm using this webinar template or webinar campaign that I use. Then what we want to do is, we first of all want to add these leads, as well as we want to create an audience inside LGM, right? So in order to do that, just simply go to LGM website, scroll down, and you will be able to find this API documentation. Open that, this one, yeah. And now what we want to do here is, we want to add these leads or add our audience inside our LGM campaign. So simple as that, just go to leads, right? And then what we want to do is we want to create new leads or update any leads in case we want to update. So just go to this, and you have to become a data scientist or data engineer in order to add uh, all of these fields. But don't worry, LGM make it very, very simple for you to do it. This is the best API documentation that I ever seen of any of this company. So shout out to LGM for that. So just simply copy this call code, and in order to import all of these leads that we generated from N10, all we need to do is connect via HTTP request. So search for HTTP request. You can see I'm using the same. And you have to fill in all of these details on your own if the documentation is not that good. But the documentation is really good. All you need to do is just click on this copy, and all of these fields will be automatically added once you click on import from call code. So I will show. So if you click on import, LGM will add all of the URLs, the method, the query parameters, which body that you want to send, literally everything. Now, first of all, we need to create a new audience. For example, let's say webinar demo. Just it is just the name of the audience. That's pretty much it. It's just a terminology that every platform is having their own. Here we can also add the first name, last name, simply just drag and drop. You don't have to write a single line of code in order to do this, right? It is that easy for you to create this type of campaigns where you can both reach out to their email addresses and their LinkedIn profile. And you guys might ask here, like, how can I add that custom attributes that we just created from OpenAI? So it is very simple to do it. Just in place of custom attribute one, we will drag and drop the personalized outreach message that we just created, and boom, it will create a hyper personalized copies for each prospect. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And again, in order to find out your API key, yeah, you have to add your API key here. So go to LGM, click on your profile, click on all settings, go to integration and API, copy your API key and paste it here, and boom, you are now N10 expert. So that's how you can easily add these leads inside your LGM campaign. As you can see, lead created and added to my audience. So if we go to our audience, these leads are already been added inside my webinar campaign that I just created. Now here, in order to import those custom attributes, just click on content. Again, I'm just showing you. So this is the custom attribute ones from variable. This custom attributes is the personalized message that we generated from our OpenAI chat model, and this is the preview of what it's going to look like. So that's how you can use LGM plus Anytime in order to create multi-channel outreach. And the beautiful part is we are not paying anything for email providers, right? Because since LGM has this native feature or waterfall enrichment with more than 10 plus email providers, it will automatically enrich those leads, find out their professional email addresses, and it will send out their email address. Yeah, so I think like I'm running out of the time here. I guess I had a lot of things to share as well, but since we are on the time constraint, I will stop out. But if you guys have any question, do let me know. And this will be in the resource section. We will send out this personalized LGM webinar workflow of N10 for free to you guys after this webinar.
Yes, I think a lot of people wanted the workflow step by step. This is super great, Mantal, super useful. Thank you very much for this great value. Thank you also to Divyanshi and Suprava. You guys did. Do you have other things to share before we close the session?
Right. So guys, let me just share my screen quickly and I'll walk you through something. Just a minute. Just give me a thumbs up if you guys can see the screen. Okay, so this is one community that we recently built. Okay, and we have, I think, about 140 something members inside the community at the moment. And if you see here, we have literally everything. Yeah. So if you see here, we have literally everything that you need when it comes to learning lead generation and implementing it in your system, because we have live data, we have everything that you would actually need, right, when it comes to 2025. Now the best part about this is AI agents. Okay, so we have literally built AI agents of that you can okay, so this is like we have videos, so we have the resource file, everything that you basically need right? You don't need any software, you don't need anything like everything is done. So if you see here, website technology scanner, leads and Google Map AIs and everything that you would need, okay, we have here. So yeah, like in case anyone wants to join, can check out. We have like a 7-day trial going on. You can check out anytime. You can leave in case you don't like. Please feel free to give us a review if you like. If you don't like, happy to take any kind of review. So yeah, that's pretty much. I'm just gonna drop the link right here, and in case anyone wanna check out, can check out. Just a minute.
So we do have the AcquisitionX community, the school community that Suprava just showed, and more about like having a forum and also resources. You can also join the playground by LGM, so that you can ask any question about
Yeah.
B2B sales and growth.
Yeah, Playground is a really good place to be there. You will get
Yeah.
the first access to all the LGM features, and you will be the first movers. Yes.
Right. So guys, as we promised that we'll be offering you one multi-channel growth system, then this AI is in that Manthan just showed you with the cold email framework that we have. So just DM us over LinkedIn LGM and we will share this link with you. Okay. So it'll be like a very quick link. You can right now weekend is coming on. You can just sit in the weekend. You can implement it. It's pretty easy. Like Manthan here has break down everything very great way. So yeah, just reach out, DM us, any one of us, like Divyanshi, me, or Manthan will just take care of that.
Thank you very much. And yes, we will share with you guys the recording and all the assets and workflows tomorrow. It's quite at the end of the day today in France. So let me just publish it. And tomorrow, guys, we will send you the recording, etc. Thank you very much. You guys are just awesome. It was super clear and yes, super challenging 1 hour to bring all this value. I know that maybe it could be a little bit frustrating because there is a lot of question, but just don't hesitate to reach out on LinkedIn, the team, or also in the communities, could be Playground or AcquisitionX. So yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
So it was really fun having you here, Lois.
Thank you.
This goes. By the way, guys, if any feedback for us, please, even if it's negative, okay, we are happy to
Yes.
take it. Yeah. So please DM us with any feedback you have that you would like us to improve. Happy to work on it.
Yeah.
So
Just on the time constraint, like since we were 3 speakers for 1 hour webinar, it was like little tough for us to explain each step in like much details. But feel free to shout out us on the DM. Feel free to send us a DM, and we are always happy to help.
perfect.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. So thank you guys. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye bye.
Guys, have a great day. Bye bye.